Week 9, Day 6. We are coming to the end of a long journey, not just the journey of the Israelites, but in a lot of ways our own journey to get to this point in the story. But finally, the people are just about ready to move into the land that God had promised them. But there's a couple of household items that need to be taken care of. The first of those is a census. As I mentioned when we began the book of Numbers actually gets its name from the counting of the people. Now, at that point, it was counting the people who were getting ready to leave Mount Sinai and to go and possess the land. Now, of course, we know that they didn't possess the land at that time because they rebelled against God out of fear of the inhabitants that were already there. And so those people, that first generation, died off in the wilderness in the next 40 years. Now, in this second attempt, if you will, this next wave that's ready to actually take possession, we do another census to show who the people and how many there are. But there's also this period in which we are coming to the end of Moses' life and the end of his leadership over the Israelites. Moses has been a good and faithful leader for years and years and years, but even he has had times of doubt and frustration, and his own lack of belief has led him to the point where God has said, you will not see the promised land. You will not go in and possess it. And so we have the commissioning of a new leader, Joshua. Joshua has been a faithful sidekick, if you will, of Moses for many years. He's been their military leader, and now God is infusing him with the leadership role and transferring power from Moses to him. But I think one of the things that we really need to look at in this particular section is the struggle with paganism. Now, there are many things that we may not, again, understand because of cultural reasons, but I think what we can understand is the idea of the influence of other people. And that's really what this boils down to. As Christians, we are meant to be light and salt in the world. We are meant to be the influencers in a dark and pagan world. And yet here, because there's still so much struggle, there's still so much newness in this relationship that they have with God and what it means to be in worship with God, that the fear is that these peoples who have lived pagan lifestyles and worshipped false gods will be a greater influence on the Israelites than vice versa. And so we always need to be aware of the people that we surround ourselves with. Are they building us up in our faith, in our belief of Jesus Christ and the God of the universe? Or are they distracting us and causing us to stray from the faith that we know to be true? Something to keep in mind as we read through today's scripture.